Students, go for the next title, short circuit current analysis. You know this thing, in missions 2 we deals on this thing, something a separate a laboratory test is there, load test and no load and blocked rotor test to analyze the mission characteristics. So here, this is a separate method to finding a blocked rotor current, which means of short circuit current. Why it is necessary means we know this thing. What is the usage of taking this V naught, I naught, W naught, and VB, IB, WB of no load on the blocked rotor test reading? Yeah, it's a simple thing. We need to design, or we can able to draw the circle diagram. What is the output of circle diagram? By construct a circle diagram, we can easily calibrate all the levels and ranges of the machineries. So while designing aspect, it is also an important part in any of the thing. While the testing purpose of blocking of rotor, otherwise any overloading of blocking of rotor, a huge current has been formed in the rotor part. Why? Because of it is short circuited. Anyway, in the slip ring or squirrel cage, it is short circuited. A heavy current has been flowing in the rotor. So we need to calibrate the values and withstand capacity of the machine under a blocked rotor status. So for that only, we're going to see this title, which is a short circuit current or a blocked rotor current. Let's go. For the first one, to determine the current value, we need to refer about the resistance data. So first in the slide, your first resistance is nothing but the stator one. A stator is a generalized one. Stator resistance, it is noted as R suffix S. Then the equation should be a rho TS LMTS divided by AS in ohms. Everyone know about this thing. Rho is nothing but the resistivity. TS is nothing but the turn of the stator, turn per phase of the stator. Then LMTS is nothing but length of the mean turn of the stator. Then A is nothing but area of the stator in mm. So this is the general equation to determine the stator resistance. Then after rotor part, we have two portions here now. One is wounded rotor, another one is cage rotor. Wounded is nothing but a slip ring. In a slip ring rotor, see the content, a rotor resistance is calculated and it is denoted by R suffix R. Here the rotor in this induction motor, the rotor should be considered as a secondary. So while calculating on the overall parameter, we need to shift that secondary to the primary. So we need to consider with the dash content as a finalized one. So refer the first one. It is a rotor resistance RR is equal to rho LMTS then TR divided by AR. The same notifications are there, but we cannot take this RR as a direct manner. Why? Because of it's a transformer action. In between we have a magnetic mutual content, so we need to shift the rotor parameter to the stator part. So for that, a second equation, equivalent rotor resistance refer to stator, then R, then suffix R dash. For this dash, we need to multiply by turns and winding ratios. So it is nothing but winding ratio KW, then the KW for stator as well as KW for rotor, KWS divided by KWR into turn ratio TS divided by TR, stator turn divided by rotor turn, with the whole square. We can multiply with RR. That RR value is going to calculate by the first equation, rho LMT or TR divided by AR in ohm. So by this way, we can easily predict the rotor resistance for slip ring. That means wounded rotor. It is easy. Why? Because of it is similar to the stator content. It has a winding. It has a similar structure of stator part. So no problem in this area. But when you go for the next rotor, which is nothing but a squirrel cage rotor, here there is no winding. It is not equivalently matched with the stator part. Here the main component is nothing but bars and then bars and end rings. So let's discuss this thing. The first one is nothing but rotor resistance. Here for calculating the rotor resistance of the bar, first one we calculate with the bar. Okay, For the bar, the equation should be R suffix B is equal to rho L by A. The same equation is there. Rho is nothing but resistivity, L is nothing but the length, A is nothing but the area of the bar. Then a second equation is nothing but to calculate the losses in the bar, rotor bars. So P suffix RB is equal to SR. What is SR? Slots, number of slots in the rotor. Then IB is nothing but bar current. Then RB is nothing but general data. Just a minute. Yeah, rotor resistance. Yeah, the up in previous first equation is there now. Rotor bar resistance. So this is the two equations to calculate the resistance of the bar and as well as losses of the bar. A bar data is completed. Now shifted to next one, end rings. On this area, just a minute. Yeah, on this area, we need to calculate about the same two parameter, resistance as well as losses. The same equation has been used here. Notification RE is nothing but end rings resistance is nothing but the same rho L by A, but we have to mention about the parameters of end rings. So rho into end rings length divided by end rings area. So that has this equation, end rings length should be defined by pi d. So for that it denoted pi d suffix e, then area is nothing but AE, that's all. Then the same copper losses of the end rings is nothing but 2 I square R. The same thing is because why we mentioned 2 is nothing but 2 end rings are there now for the front side and back side. So 2 into I square R to calculate this thing. So after calculating the resistance and losses of the bar as well as the resistance and the losses of the end rings, just club the details to find the total losses. So the total copper losses in the rotor is calculated by bar losses, then addition of end ring losses. So the equation is there. We already solved this two equation on the previous slide. Just club these two datas and make this simplification. The final equation, a total rotor resistance is nothing but rho S suffix square, then multiplication of LB divided by SRAB plus 2 by pi DE divided by P2 into AE. Then after that, the same thing, this resistance value is not to be measured as individual. We need to shift this to the stator part in the equivalent circuit. So for that, shift this rotor resistance to the stator by referring this content. So rotor resistance refer to stator. We have to multiply with M ratios, which is nothing but M is nothing but the phase, M ratios, then turn ratios, then winding factor ratios with the whole square. So MS divided by MR, TS divided by TR, KWS divided by KWR. With this multiplication, we have to multiply with rotor resistance RR. That rotor resistance equation is about total rotor resistance rho S square. The same thing. By solving this thing, we can find the total resistance of the rotor refer to stator for the squirrel cage rotor part. Then current values, current in each phases. So to find the current in each phases, your formula is there. IB is nothing but 2 into MS KWS TS divided by TR into IR dash. That IR dash is nothing but rotor current refer to stator category. So for that, the equation is below IS into cos phi. By using this formula, we can easily predict the current value of the rotor. That IB is required to substitute to calculate the rotor resistance. In above equation, we have this thing now, rho S square in bracket LB divided by SR into AR. Sorry, it is not there. So it is a separate one. A current in each bar. Current in each bar. That will be, we have a separate equations is there to find the bar current. Then next one, it's a conversion. Rotor resistance refer to the stator part. We have to shift that, and it is the simplified equation RR dash. So this equation is used to find the rotor resistance of the squirrel cage refer to stator. A fourth requirement is nothing but a leakage reactance. Peoples, we already discussed this content in a magnetic calculation. A leakage reactance, a total leakage reactance is nothing but the combination of not that, a combination of a few titles. It is nothing but XS Here the excess is in leakage reactants we directly mention some formulas now regarding a leakage reactance of overhanging, zigzag, then harmonics, then stator slots and rotor slots. This is the thing here. Xs is equal to XSS, which means of stator slots reactance. Then XSR dash is nothing but rotor slot reactance refer to stator. Then X naught is nothing but overhanging leakage reactance. Then XZ is nothing but zigzag leakage reactance. Then XH is nothing but harmonics leakage reactance. So for this concern, for the rotor requirement, you need to calculate all this parameter for the rotor purpose. So let's deal one by one. The first one, stator leakage reactance XSS. It has this equation which is means of 8 pi f ts square L and lambda divided by PQ. It is the equation we already covered in that magnetic circuit calculations. Then a second one is nothing but rotor slot leakage reactance, which is denoted as X SR dash. The SR is missing in the data, so is equal to the same equation. Yes, the same thing is there. We have to mention lambda only, the variations here. For the lambda, it is not SS, it is SR dash. So the separate equation is there. To find the SR dash, we have to multiply with the winding factors to make the rotor permeance shifted to the stator. Lambda is a permeance. Then a third one is nothing but overhanging leakage reactance X naught value. This is also a equation we seen in the previous content. X naught is equal to 8 pi f ts square, then the lambda naught divided by PQ of L naught. The data is already covered here. This is the case for a different machineries for the constant requirement for taking a K values. So I think so this is losses part. Then D is nothing but zigzag leakage reactance. So XS, it's a direct formula, 5 by 6 XM divided by MS square, then with the brackets of 1 by inverse of QS square, then plus inverse of QR square. Then the fifth one is nothing but harmonic leakage reactance. XH is nothing but XM with the addition of KHS plus KHR. This two content. This is nothing but KHS and KHSR is harmonic constant in the stator and rotor respectively. People, that's all for this content. By calculating these terms, by calculating this process, we can easily predict the short circuit current, which means of blocked rotor current. Actually, we does not have any problems on this session, but you have to know about this thing. With these equations, some of the problems have been asked in a last scenario. I think so in model exam also they declare about to calculate about the power losses of brushes and end rings is there. Few of them are solved. Just refer this content.